What's good, horror horror? This is your boy Horror Gamer back with another video for you, and as you can tell by the title, it's another Horror Gamer Reviews. And in this review, as you can also tell by the title, we're going to be reviewing a found footage movie today, and it's called Willow Creek. Now, before I get into my review, you know your boy Horror Gamer's reviews have spoilers in it all day, every day. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, come back, let me know in the comment section what you think, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, whatever. So, fuck it, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it, and anything after this point is on you. So, where do I begin with Willow Creek? Well, Willow Creek is written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, and basically, it's a found footage movie of this guy and his girlfriend going to where the infamous Bigfoot walking footage was captured. And it's basically their journey to get to that point, and it's a slow burn, guys. This movie it moved at a snail's pace. It took so long to get to where it needed to go, and the climax of the film wasn't worth the wait. It basically reminded me of somebody's vacation footage. I hate to say it that way, but that's what it reminded me of. It was a good 42 minutes. I looked. It took 42 minutes for anything with Bigfoot to happen, and it was accumulated in a 10-minute sequence of them sitting in a fucking tent with the camera facing them and noises going on around them. Literally 10 minutes of them sitting in a fucking tent with the camera pointed to them and them making fucking reactions to noises outside. And the worst part is, the guy on the back, he was such a bad actor. You could tell, like, he was forcing his fucking mannerisms and everything. It was like he didn't want to be there. Like, the girl, she did okay. She didn't do a bad job with that scene. But he acted like he was scared, but his acting was so shoddy. It was like, this is him. Oh, there's Bigfoot outside. Oh, wait, there's a noise. I'm scared. Like, her, on the other hand, she was believable, but he was like, no emotion, no nothing, like, and it really killed the movie for me, man. Like, I was so intrigued to see this movie, and, like, it was not good. I hate to say it that way, but, I mean, the only thing for me that even remotely saved this movie was the last 2 minutes of the film, guys. The last 2 minutes of the film, and even that was kind of shaky. Like, the last 2 minutes of the film, they're lost in the woods and they're doing circles just like in the Blair Witch, and then they're sitting there again at night because they couldn't get out of the fucking forest during the day, and they're sitting there at night and they start hearing what sounded like a fucking siren going off, and they're walking around with the camera, and then they come up to this tree and they see a fat naked lady standing at the tree, and then they hear roars, and then they take off, and then the guy, you hear the roars behind him, and you hear like the footsteps of them being chased, and then the dude gets fucking dropped, and the camera falls, and you hear him going like, you know, the dying sounds, and then it was like something grabbed him and fucking drug him like 60 feet, and then you hear him go and then you hear the girl in the background screaming, and then credits. Like, that was the big climactic fucking 2 minutes of the movie, where the other hour and fucking, what was it? The movie was an hour and 19 minutes long. So for about an hour and, we'll say about an hour and 10 minutes, this movie was just a fucking snore fest. And then, as they're walking through, after they hear all this noise in the tent, and something pushes on the tent, that part was pretty cool. And she jumps into his arms, and he's like, Oh no. Like, it was so shoddy. And then when they're walking in the middle of the day and they keep hearing fucking I say it sounded like sirens. I guess it was supposed to be the noises that Bigfoot made, but it sounded like sirens, and I was just like, that's stupid. Like, and then rocks were being rolled at him in the middle of the day. And then they get to this creek and he sees the footprints of Bigfoot, and he goes to tell his girlfriend. And then when this is going on, she's standing by a bush, and all of a sudden the bush shakes really hard and you hear the roar of like Bigfoot or whatever the fuck it is. And they take off. And then it cuts right to nighttime and they're sitting under a tree. Like, I know it was found footage, but it was some sloppy found footage as well. Like, the camera angles, I know they're supposed to be like they're moving and stuff, but some of the camera shots in this were like nauseating camera shots. Like, if you watch it, it makes you sick. And then, like I said, all this time, and you give me 2 minutes of decent filmmaking, and then you cut it. So, yeah, guys. I mean, I am very disappointed in this movie. I had high hopes for it. If you're into this kind of shit, I mean, give it a chance. You might like it. I just did it. It wasn't my cup of tea. Even though I love found footage, this just wasn't my cup of tea. I couldn't get into it. You know, there was points where I was dozing off. Like I said, it took 42 minutes, 42, to get to the scene that was 10 minutes long of them hearing shit outside. 42 minutes. I was blown away. I was blown away that it was such a slow-paced movie. I get building up some character to the movie, giving the movie its own character, building up the suspense, but there's a difference between building up suspense and hitting them with a whammy, and then building up suspense, and building up suspense, and building up suspense, and building up suspense, and then hitting you with nothing. Because that's what they did. They gave you 2 minutes of what could be scary if, you know, you're in the dark and you hear something, but that was it. So, with all that being said, H0rr0rr, I'd have to give Willow Creek a 4 out of 10. I mean, unfortunately, I was really looking forward to it. The case even looks cool as shit, but like I said, you're giving me basically a film of your vacation, and then 2 minutes of a noise, basically, and you don't even see Bigfoot. You don't see nothing. That's the thing. He just gets dragged, and you hear a scream, and then boom, that's it. End credits. So, like I said, I always recommend you check shit out, but know what you're going into when you're watching this. This is a very slow burn. This movie is going to take forever. And then the money shot at the end is just not worth it. It's not worth it at all, unfortunately. So, alright, H0rr0rr, that's my review on Willow Creek. Like I said, watch it. Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you enjoyed the movie, if you hated the movie. I didn't hate the movie. I was just very let down by what I got. I was expecting more, and I was let down. But, you know, not every movie can be a fucking masterpiece, I guess. So, alright, H0rr0rr. It's been your boy H0rr0rgamer saying, I love you guys. Thank you. And as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.